When I first started using the M system, I thought, is this really worth struggling with manual focus when I can get the same image quality or almost from a modern mirrorless camera? But what I didn't realize then is that the process of capturing the image is just as important as the end result. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm FREDRANGER, a travel and documentary photographer and filmmaker based out of Montreal, Canada, and I'm also the host of the Visual Storytelling Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to both the channel and the podcast. Today I want to share why I shoot the Leica M system, and by extension the Q system too, but most precisely why I chose the M11 over all the other options that are out there on the digital front. I've shot a lot of cameras over the years, but there's something about the Leica M system that keeps pulling me back. That said, I'll be very honest with you guys. There was a time when I seriously considered selling this very M11. I questioned whether the system was really worth it. Was manual focus too slow? Was the rangefinder limiting my ability to capture certain moments? But instead of giving up, I decided to push through and to embrace the challenge and to allow myself to basically fail and learn, fail fast, fail forward, something that I tend to forget sometimes. And now I'm convinced this is a camera that helps me connect more deeply with the stories I capture, and in turn helps me become a better photographer and storyteller. So let me take you through why I shoot the Leica M system and why, after all my doubts, my insecurities, I've fully committed to the Leica M11. So first off, the craftsmanship. This is a camera that's built to last and really shows when you're picking it up. As a matter of fact, when you pick it up for the first time, you feel that this is not just another camera. This is literally a precision tool. You know, it's handcrafted in Germany with an incredible attention to details. That might matter to you, might not, depends. For me, it does. The actual full metal body, machined from a solid brass or aluminum, depending on if it's the black or the silver one, feels like a piece of art, really, like when you feel it in your hands. The mechanical controls, the shutter speed dial, the aperture ring, they're tactile, they're satisfying, and you know they're built to last. The rangefinder mechanism itself is a masterpiece of engineering from way back when, as we know, but it's offering you a unique way to compose and focus with that rangefinder patch in the middle. Very different than any other cameras that you see out there. This is a camera that's designed to be used for decades. Unlike most modern digital cameras that feel outdated after a few years, an M is something that you keep for life or even pass down. That's what I'm intending to do with my M6. Secondly, let's talk about the file quality. The M11's 60 megapixel sensor. At the end of the day, a camera is about images that it produces, and the Leica M11 delivers some of the best files I've ever worked with. 60 megapixel full frame sensor captures an insane amount of details, like it's really something else. The dynamic range is incredible, allowing you to recover the highlights and the shadows with ease, which was not the case with the M10R and the M10. The Leica's color science, I don't want to say it's legendary, but the skin tones look so natural and the colors have a richness that's hard to replicate. And I know if you shoot raw, you can do whatever you want with the image, but I like a good file coming out directly straight out of camera, even if it's a DNG or RAW file. Another thing that I love, while the M11 gives you the flexibility of 3 different resolution settings, 60, 36, and 18 megapixel. That means that I can shoot high res when I need it, or dial down for smaller file size without sacrificing image quality. Some people say it even performs better with the lower megapixel in low light. I haven't really noticed it, but hey, there's that. So let's talk about the third point, the shooting experience, the size, the weight, the simplicity. One of the biggest reasons I love the M system is how it changes the way I shoot. Compact and lightweight despite being full frame, the M11 is surprisingly small, especially compared to like modern DSLRs or larger mirrorless systems. There's no distraction, no autofocus, no EVF cluttering the view. You just look through it and it's just you and the subject. A simple manual focus experience that forces you to slow down and be intentional about your shots. It's also the perfect travel and street camera. It's discreet, silent, it doesn't scream professional camera, although it might scream expensive camera. Cover that red dot. But it's making it ideal for documentary and street photography, which it's basically 90% of what I do. When I first got the M11, I struggled. I missed shots, a lot of them. I fumbled with the focus. I even questioned if, it was really slowing me down too much. But over time, I realized something important. The Leica M isn't about speed, it's about connection. With this camera, I'm not just taking pictures, I'm engaging with my surroundings, anticipating moments and capturing it with purpose. The fourth point is about brand heritage. A legacy of photography, I should say. Shooting with the Leica M isn't just about the camera itself. It's about being part of a lineage of photographers who have used this system to document history. I mean, if you think about Magnum photographers like Henri Cartier-Bresson or Robert Capa, they all used M's to capture some of the most iconic images ever made. The M system has remained largely unchanged since 1954, a testament to how well designed it was right from the get-go. Leica lenses, like this legendary Summilux and even the Noctilux, have a unique rendering that has defined the look of so many famous images. And now, I understand why so many greats swore by this system. It's not just a nostalgia, it's because the Leica M forces you to engage with photography in a way that, quite frankly, no other camera does. Let's talk about the fifth point now. This is a controversial one. The price. Is it worth it? That's the question I get the most talking about Leica cameras. Well, Leica cameras are expensive. The M11 is no exception. The body alone costs more than many high-end mirrorless systems, and the lenses, they're an investment. But unlike most digital cameras that depreciate rapidly, Leica cameras hold their value incredibly well. Some even appreciate over time depending on, if they still make it or not. More importantly, you're not just paying for specs, which is not necessarily why you're buying a Leica camera. You're paying for craftsmanship, a unique shooting experience, and a camera that will last for decades. For a long time, I questioned whether I had made the right financial decision. Could I justify the price? Did I really need this camera? But over time, I realized that it isn't just a purchase. It's an investment in my craft. The M11 has made me a more intentional photographer, and when a tool makes you better at what you love, I think that's worth something. At the end of the day, I shoot Leica M system because it challenges me. It makes me slow down, it forces me to be present, and ultimately it helps me capture stories in a more meaningful way. Yes, I had doubts. Yes, I considered selling it. I admit it. But after allowing myself to fail, to learn, and to truly embrace the process, I'm more convinced than ever that this is the camera for me. So let me know in the comments, have you ever shot a Leica M? Would you? Let's have the conversation below. I know some of you have very, very strong opinions. Some of you are Leica fans, some of you are Leica haters. But hey, this is why it's such a great community. We are able to do it with respect. And don't forget, if you want to get my zine, there's a link down below. This is the best way to encourage the channel and my art, basically, and see a lot of photos taken with either of these cameras. And if you want to subscribe and activate that bell notification, just to get the algorithm going, we're almost to 10,000 subscribers, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Be happy, enjoy life, and enjoy your Leica M cameras. Cheers.